with the report. Good afternoon to you, everybody, wherever you are across the world. It's the Sports 365. Leon Nash, the original and official blessed man. I did tell you 7117. We did 7 o'clock this morning. Now we're at 1 o'clock. I'm sitting in with Coach Ludz, the host of the program 365. And World Cup football is where we start off. Surprises, surprises, surprises. Tunisia clipped defending champion France 1-0. As Australia did the same over Denmark, Japan 2-1 over Spain, and South Korea over Portugal, and Cameroon 1-0 over Brazil. Teams moving on to the round of 16 are France, Brazil, Netherlands, USA, Argentina, Australia, Poland, England, Senegal, Japan, Croatia, South Korea, Morocco, Spain, Portugal, and of course Switzerland. And there should be an update when Coach Ludz comes back on, because there was another win over US of A this morning, in the game that I watched sometimes before midday. In schoolboy football, though, Walker Cup, Tivoli Gardens, a comprehensive high, clipped Haile Selassie 6-5 on penalties. And penalties also decided the Manning Cup as a former champion Jamaica College Ed St. Andrew Technical 8-7 in sudden death. And Coach Ludz, come on in back in here and tell me, this is where you want to bring in that insert?
Yes, remember that was such a dramatic situation yesterday.
Yes.
After it looks like Stats was finally going to lift the Manning Cup trophy. I know Coach Philip is real heartbroken right now, and the rest of his crew, but he has done an excellent job there at Stats. They have always been, the last couple, 3-4 years have been always there and thereabouts, and unfortunately coming up short. So I just want to share that little clip with our listeners.
All right, here we go.
Had the assist for the goal as well, Frampson.
Yep, needs to score here. Frampson steps up. Oh, he scores it! Heartbreak for St. Andrew Technical again. And Jamaica College are champions of the Money Cup again.
Yes, you heard it right. Jamaica College, champion Jamaica College, edging out St. Andrew Technical 8 in sudden death. What a day it has been. And talking about football still, the Ben Francis and the Costa Cup will be decided today in the rural area. Glenmuir, who defeated York Castle 2-0, will face off with Edwin Allen, who stopped Rossies 3-0 in an all Clarendon finals at Stets at 2:15 this afternoon before the Costa Cup final, with a surprise take. Teak Central High taking on former champions Clarendon College at 4:30 in the afternoon. And we move along at the Mico University College. Mico takes on University of the West Indies, Mona, in the intercollegiate Greg Carroll knockout final. And this is going to be at 3 o'clock this afternoon. In the Jamaica Teachers Association football and netball all island teachers competition, football, St. Anne defeated Portland, Manchester defeated St. Elizabeth, and Kingston defeated St. Thomas. Netball competition, Portland defeated St. Anne, Manchester defeated St. Elizabeth, and Kingston defeated St. Thomas. That's what is taking place in the JTA football and netball competition, where we skip on over to bowl off the spins, or is it a Yorker, or is it whatever it is in cricket this afternoon. Shandapal leads West Indies fight back after Aussie storm, and we're talking about Shandapal here, the son of the great legend in cricket. West Indies left hand Tangerine Shandapal, right, goes on, I hope I got his name right, goes on the attack, while Australia wicketkeeper Alex Carey ducks on day 2 of their opening test in Perth, Australia on Thursday, December 1. in Perth now. Debutant Tangerine, or that should be Tajanarine Shandapol, was closing in on as defiant half-century after surviving a stern examination of Australia's quicks as West Indies emerged unscathed from a difficult final session on an exhausting day two of the first test at Perth Stadium. Facing a daunting challenge after Marnos Labuschagne 204 and Stephen Smith 200 not out, compiled double hundreds to power Australia to a mammoth 598 for 4 declared. West Indies reached 74 without loss at the close to keep the ravenous host attack with success. The 26-year-old Shandapol, the son of Test legend Shiv Narayan Shandapol, was unbeaten on a courageous 47 with his captain Craig Brathwaite on 18. The pair forced to survive the better part of the 2 hours to ensure West Indies entered Friday's day 3 with all 10 wickets intact. All right, with the spotlight understandably failing or falling on Shandapol, he received a relentless work over during his 73 ball stay at the crease. And we welcome Wayne Dawkins into the room right now as we continue now to give you the scoreboard. Australia's first innings overnight, 293 for 2. D1 bowled Sales for 5. Yu Kwajawa caught wicketkeeper Da Silva, bowled by Miles 65. M. Labuschagne caught wicketkeeper Da Silva, bowled Brathwaite 204. S. Smith not out on 200. T. Head bowled Brathwaite 99 extras. Bowled 13, leg before 2. Wickets taken 5. No balls 5. And a total of 25 there in the extras. And total wickets declared at 152 for 4 overs. 598 in total. Who did not bat today? It was C. Green, A. Carey, P. Cummings, M. Stark, N. Nyland, and J. Hazelwood. And the fall of wickets came at 1 for 9, 2 for 151, 3 for 402, and 4 for 598. Bowling Roach, 26 for 3 of 91. And the Joseph, 24 for 4 of 83. And I'm sure that Coach Ludz will tell you the rest in just a while. For the West Indies, the first innings, Brathwaite is not out on 18. T. Shandapol not out on 47, and extras bowled so far 7. No ball 2. I'm giving a total there of 9. And let's tell you that the umpires in this match was Richard Illingworth and Rod Tucker for TV, and Kumar Dajmazena. All right, so that's where you've got it, and that's as much as we've got for you in the sports report for Inside Sports 365. Coach Ludz, over to you one more time.
Yes, we can now take a break, and when we come back, we'll have Wayne Dawkins out of Phase 1. We'll definitely be talking some World Cup football because a couple of games where one was played and one is going on right now. So please join us on Sports 365. Yes, welcome back, listeners. Yes, as we are here on Sports 365, definitely this morning, I don't know, I hope you all were watching, Netherlands versus USA. Boy, CONCACAF teams, we want them to do well, but Netherlands did a 3-1 victory over the USA. Listeners, remember, if our CONCACAF teams don't do well, our qualifications are going to be very tough for us to get into the World Cup. But kudos to the US. They fought all the way to the final whistle. And congrats, Netherlands. Right now, the Australians, my wife's favorite team, are now locking horns with the GOAT, Messi. Lock it hard, literally. Messi. And Argentina, there's a conversation about the GOAT. But I will reserve my comments about the GOAT, the curry GOAT, kid GOAT. I mean, you know what I mean. I am not a fan of Argentina, but I respect the skills of one Lionel Messi. So I wish him all the best. So I move from there, and we'll keep posted and keep watching. And of course, Leon, you can always give us the score, keep an update on the scores for our listeners, so that they know that we know what's happening out there in the sporting world. From there, I moved to one of the busiest men in Jamaican basketball. It's just coming. I thought I was busy in Jamaican basketball, but this gentleman here has been doing a lot of work, moving from a summer pro league, and now we have another league that he has drawn me into that starts January 7th that we're looking forward to. I speak of none other than Mr. Wayne Dawkins out of Phase 1. Good afternoon, my friend.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing, boss? Yes, you keep introducing me like you're not the bigger boss.
Well, I'll tell you, Wayne is a lot of things that I have needed to help Jamaica basketball move forward. He has the same kind of drive that I do, and I think both of us have several plans to make this the biggest basketball country in the world, because we're all over the world playing basketball. Just that a lot of persons don't know it. We have a lot of persons playing basketball from Jamaica heritage, connected Jamaica in every single way. Isn't that right, Sir D?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what? Sometimes it surprises me that it's not acknowledged more. I know that, and even by Jamaicans from the diaspora, I don't know why we don't talk about it more. Just because somebody is big in basketball and it's Jamaican parentage, we don't talk about, we don't acknowledge them as Jamaican DNA, Jamaican roots that and blood that's running through that person. Because when you look at America, what makes America so successful is how they've used everybody else's culture, everybody else's DNA, everybody else's roots. America isn't popular because it's just it's just people that are being born and raised in America for generations. Canada is exactly the same. Canada isn't big in sports and big in basketball because Canadians that have been born and raised for generations are the ones that are leading Canada in basketball. It's the migration, it's the immigration of people from the Caribbean, Europe, Africa, that's making these countries great. And Jamaica's contributed to that. And that's something, as Jamaicans, we should be very proud of that and speak about that.
Yes, I love that. I love how you put it. Because we have a lot of raw talent here in Jamaica, just talking about locally here in Jamaica. And it's up to us as holders of the talent. I think what happens is that it needs vision, and it needs someone who understands the game at a higher level. So right now we have a lot of players who literally are doing their best, giving up their time and little resources that they do have to play the sport, but they don't have a direction and they don't have somewhere that they know they can move to carry them to a next level. So usually after high school, that's it for Jamaican players. Yeah. And because they're so talented, it burns them up and they're disappointed. But at least some of them just fully had a high school experience and they're fine. But what happened to those who are totally driven about going to the next level? We need to have an easier route. And the route can be made easy. Because even the way how we structure our school system is what has made the route difficult. to match up with the university, that transition from high school to university or even to a prep school. Those are the things that needs to be sorted out. And our administration need to understand that so we can move the sport forward, right?
Yeah. And what what you're talking about is not dollars and cents.
Right.
We're not talking about dollars. We're talking about simple alignment.
Yes.
That's it. If you can align the efforts, align the calendar, align the transitions to the transition points, now you have something already that is ready to work in favor of the basketball community. Just by fixing that, what you talk about, just fixing the alignment. Because sometimes when people ask me about how I'm able to do some of the stuff I'm able to do, is because one, I don't focus on the problems beyond understanding them to fix them. I don't fixate on them. Sometimes we have these conversations where we establish what the problem is, but then everybody wants to live there. They want to live in the problem. So that's one thing. And the second thing is, a lot of times, the next biggest problem is just management. We're just not managing the available resources. We're not managing the available time. Just the management of the sport, the industry itself. It's just managed so poorly that it looks like it's going to take money to save it. But it doesn't take money's not going to save it. Money's going to enhance it, because even if you pour millions of dollars into something that's poorly managed, you're not going to get any results. So it's not the money, it needs to be better managed.
You see, you hear what you just said. It's not about the money, but the poor management. And I guess I've said a lot of that is how we manage the sport and how we manage and understand which direction the sport needs to move in to get that alignment, and also to get the development of the sport from the ground up. We're not having the kind of clinics, we're not having the kind of
To me, it's willingness. I mean, we live in a day and age where the knowledge of how to do things better is right at our fingertips. We can look at other organizations that are successful, and there's organizations that are successful. You can pick up the phone and call them and ask them what they're doing. I mean, yes, it does. It has to apply to your own backyard. At least you can find out what is the foundational structure that is in place, that allows another organization or country to be successful. That knowledge is not hidden from us. It's there. It's available. It's like how to develop a basketball player. It's not a secret how to develop a basketball player. I look at guys, and they're making it look like it's this complicated thing that that we can't figure out, but we can figure it out. It's there. It's a choice, and that's where now agendas and becomes very apparent. Like if your true agenda is the development of an individual child, it's going to be reflective in your program structure, how you teach, how you train. It's going to be reflected in everything. If your agenda is to build basketball in the country, it's going to be reflective in your agenda, your structure, how you unite and bring people together. Your agenda is going to be very clear, and if you don't have the ability to present an agenda that can show the necessary steps towards development, then people are automatically not going to trust you because there's something else that you're trying to accomplish that you're hiding. Right? That's just how I view it, you know.
Well, listeners, if you just joined us, I want to tell you that here on Sports 365, we're speaking to Wayne Dawkins of Phase 1 and also a Jamaican doing basketball. Don't listen to the accent. He's a Jamaican.
Ludlow, I'm working on. I just got my passport too, so everything's coming one step at a time.
I know. Just have to make sure listeners know that a Jamaican talking about improving Jamaica's basketball.
Yes.
So Wayne, I'm hoping to have one of our coaches. So let us just start talking a little bit about the Pro League in January, because I know we are looking forward to that. It's getting closer and closer, and the closer it gets, I know the busier you get. Mm-hmm. And don't worry, you have the help to get it done. Don't worry. So what we're gonna do now is just introduce our listeners. Some may not know the movement from, of course, the Summer Pro League, and now we are at the Winter Pro League. Man, this is excellent. Can I tell you? So let us give them a little history and kind of inform them. And our coach will join us pretty soon.
Okay. Well, our goal was to really help, structure the development of basketball simultaneously from the bottom and the top. So we want to continue to develop, the youth basketball, at the youngest levels and at that side. But at the same time, establishing a professional league is very important, because that, these young kids, they need something to aspire to. They need role models. There's got to be something that's bringing and drawing more resources, higher level talent into the island. So the professional league is very important. It accomplishes a lot, So the two of them are happening simultaneously. So we had a pro showcase back in the spring where we brought in some international players. We did that at GC Foster. And it was same idea, 4 teams, a mixture of local players and international players. That went extremely well. Then that led to a summer pro league, which was, for 10 days. It was a very, same idea, 4 teams, local players. We had a draft for the local players. We invited some of the top, international players that we could get at the time. And we focused on the production, making sure that the game production, everything about it was reflective of professional basketball. And I feel we did a very good job. That the success of that summer is what is allowing us to even have a better January league, a winter league, which will be a month long. Again, 4 teams made up of local players. We just had a training camp and a selection for the local players that just took place, and then the international players. Between myself and a couple other agents and scouts that I work with, we secured some top international players that will come in and play them. So come January for 4 weeks, we're going to probably have some of the best professional basketball that that's probably been in Jamaica in I don't know, in a long time or ever. Because the level of talent locally is high, and the level of talent we're bringing internationally is extremely high. So we'll be at National Arena again, same level of production. So we're looking forward to just continuing to take basketball to a higher level in Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean.
Yes.